right, hi everyone. It's another cooking episode with me, Sparkles, or A La Arvy. But anyway, as usual, I'm so used to it being in the kitchen and just cooking, cooking, cooking. And of course, you know already I don't measure things. But then I was like, I'm doing something here and I started my preparation already. And I was like, I could have recorded to share a little tidbit of my ingredients and how I'm preparing this. So today is Super Bowl Sunday, and I am going to make a seafood dish, but separate from the seafood, like a seafood broil. Separate from that, I am going to have some stuffed baked potatoes as well. So I thought about, stuffed baked potatoes, that's something quick, that's something easy. Maybe I can just go ahead and share that. And of course, I said I started preparing already. So let me tell you what I've done. So I have, not boiled, I have gotten some potatoes, depending on how many people you're feeding. In my case, I'm feeding, 3 or 4. So I have roughly around, 8 baked potatoes. Russet potatoes is what I use. And so what I did, of course, I washed them off, and then I got foil paper squares enough to roll one baked potato into, and I seasoned the outside with some seasoning. I have, of course, my special concoction A La Arvy seasoning, which is just a lot of different types of seasoning based on what I like, mixed up into one container. So it's just me. It's an easy go-to. I don't have to stop and pull this, pull that, pull that. I have what I need in the one bottle. So that's why I like to do it that way. But anyway, so I have my A La Arvy season. So I seasoned the outside of the potato. And then from that, I put it into the foil and I wrap the foils up, close it up, make sure all the areas are closed up. And then I bake it at 400 degrees for about an hour. What I say, 100, my gosh, for about an hour. And then after they come out, then I cut the insides out, scoop the insides out. I'm going to show you that part. So I cut the insides out. And then once I cut the insides out, I have my my filling, what I'm going to put in there. So this is what it looks like now. It's about ready to be stuffed. But let me tell you what's in there. Okay. And I'm going to also have some pictures on here too. But what's in there is some cream cheese, some dill from my garden, some Colby jack cheese. And then I also added some seasoning, and I added some black pepper as well. Mix it all up. The insides of these potatoes go into that bowl with those ingredients, and then it mix it all up so it looks like mashed potatoes. It's practically is mashed potatoes, but what you're going to do is take that and stuff it back into these potatoes. So where I'm at right now is, and of course you make sure your hands are clean with everything that you're doing, whether you're using utensils, you're using your hands, just make sure it's all clean. So just to show you a little bit of what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put pictures into this so you can get to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, you see, like a little bit of this, and then I'm going to put into the holes all the ones that I cut out. And you don't want to fill it up because you got to stuff that potato mixture back in there. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing, putting that in the base, and then from there I'm gonna stuff that mashed potato thing that I just described, that I just showed you in the bowl. I'm gonna stuff that on there, and then I'm gonna put mozzarella back on top of that, and then I'm gonna bake it again. So all right, stay tuned. I'll be showing some more in a few minutes. Okay, so as you can see, I've stuffed all of the potatoes. And one thing I didn't mention but was obvious, after I baked the potatoes in the foil, I cut them in half, but I kept the foil on the bottom. Okay, and by the way, the skin has most of the nutritious values of the potato, so I keep my skin on the potatoes. So it's up to you whether you're going to keep your skin on or not. But from here, once it is stuffed with the filling that I showed you a little bit earlier, then all you're going to do from there is then you're going to go back now and just add some more cheese to the top. You're going to just sort of cover the surface a little bit with the cheese. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that for all of them. And then I'm going to put it back in the oven. So we'll be back. All right, so they're all stuffed. They have cheese on the top. Now it's time to put it in the oven. So I'm going to put it back in the oven at 400 for about 10 to 15 minutes or until they're brown on the top. When the cheese, or rather the cheese is melted. Okay. Just showing a little bit. You can hear the sizzling. Yep, so it's being baked in. So I'm going to wait until it's brown before taking them out. All right, so this is what the finished product looks like. You can see that. Oh, that's nice. You see that? Beautiful. Alrighty. This is the finished product. Oh, not finished product, but the finished potatoes. And we will be enjoying them later. All right. Thanks for joining me on this other A La Arvy cooking briefing, I would call it. I'm gonna get it together one day and I'll probably just set the camera up on a tripod so that you can see from scratch and get a better feel for some of the things that I fix. Until next time, take care. Sparkles.